Hello PEI. Today we're diving into a question we got from Mike Montague at RE/MAX Charlottetown Realty.
What's that?
He said Mainlanders always ask him, what's the weather like on PEI? And we thought, why not do a deep dive into PEI weather? Okay, so let's start with the basics. Welcome PEI really highlights how the island is shaped by the water,
Yeah, surrounded by the Gulf of St. Lawrence and the Northumberland Strait.
Exactly. And that has a huge impact on the weather.
Yeah.
One thing that might surprise people is that PEI is actually warmer than its mainland neighbors.
Warmer? How much warmer are we talking?
Like 5 degrees warmer on average.
Wow, that's significant.
Right. And it's all because of that water. It creates this moderating effect that keeps temperatures from going too crazy.
So that means no super frigid winters or scorching hot summers?
Now that winters are cold, sure, and summers are warm, but it's not extreme.
So it's kind of like the ocean gives PEI this nice, gentle climate?
Exactly. But here's the thing. PEI's weather can also be super unpredictable. You could have sunshine in the morning, then a sudden downpour at lunch, and then back to sunshine for dinner.
Wow. So you really have to be prepared for anything on PEI.
Definitely. And that makes you wonder how people adapt. Like what does that unpredictability mean for islanders?
That's a great question. It's got to have some impact on their way of life.
Totally. But before we get to that, maybe we should paint a picture of each season, like what to expect if you visit.
Sounds good to me. Let's break it down, season by season.
All right, so first of spring. Spring arrives a bit later on the island because the ocean takes a while to warm up.
Makes sense. The water would definitely affect that.
Yeah, so think like late May, early June, when things start to bloom.
So a bit of a delayed start, but then everything bursts into life.
Exactly. And because of that ocean influence, spring days are usually pleasant and mild, with temperatures slowly warming up.
Sounds lovely. A nice gentle transition into summer.
Exactly. Now, summer is when PEI really shines. We're talking warm, sunny days, with average temperatures in the low to mid-20s.
Perfect weather for exploring the island and enjoying those beautiful beaches.
Absolutely. And even when it does get hot, that constant ocean breeze keeps things from feeling too muggy or stifling.
A summer breeze is always a welcome relief.
Totally. But then, as summer winds down, PEI transforms again as fall arrives. The air gets crisp, days get shorter, and the landscape just explodes with color.
Oh, the fall colors on PEI are legendary.
They really are. You'll see brilliant yellows and reds everywhere you look.
It's like the island is putting on a final spectacular show before winter.
Exactly. And those colors linger for quite a while, well into November.
That's amazing. A long and beautiful farewell to summer.
Absolutely. Then finally, we transition into winter. And while some people might hesitate to visit PEI during the colder months, I think it's magical in its own way.
Winter has its own beauty for sure. Those crisp, snowy landscapes are stunning.
Definitely. There are tons of ways to enjoy the outdoors even in winter, like hiking, snowshoeing, and ice skating.
It's a different kind of experience, but it still sounds incredible.
It is. And don't forget about those cozy evenings spent inside, with a warm drink and a good book while the wind howls outside.
That sounds perfect. A nice contrast to those active winter days.
But you know what else is interesting about winter on PEI?
What's that?
That's when the storm chip tradition comes into play.
Storm chips. What on earth are storm chips?
Believe it or not, it all started with a simple on-air comment. Back in 2014, a radio host casually mentioned stocking up on chips before a blizzard.
Really? And that caught on?
Big time. Media outlets started reporting on it, chip sales went up before storms, and a company even came out with their own brand of storm chips.
Wow. So a casual comment turned into a full-blown phenomenon.
It did. So to everyone thinking about making PEI their home, or even just visiting for a while,
Here's the bottom line.
embrace the island's unique weather, pack for all possibilities,
And be prepared for an experience unlike any other.
because PEI's weather is a big part of what makes the island so special.
It shapes the landscape, the culture, the way of life.
And it's something you have to experience for yourself to truly understand.
Well said. And who knows, maybe you'll even create your own storm snack tradition.
Now that's an idea. Before we go, we'd love to hear from you, our listeners.
If you could create a PEI storm snack tradition,
What would it be and why?
let us know. We're always up for trying something new.
And a huge thank you to Mike Montague of RE/MAX Charlottetown Realty for sponsoring this deep dive.
And for reminding everyone,
Thinking of making PEI your home
Mike Montague, your island realtor.
is here to guide you
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning.
and keep diving deep.